Hey guys, happy B-Day. Hope you guys have been enjoying Spirit Week. I certainly have. Loved seeing you folks' costumes. Enjoy these short classes. Enjoy the free pizza and the assembly in this afternoon. And for today, for our B-Day in our English classes and our journalism classes, we're going to take a break from whatever we're doing. We're going to play around with some poetry. And don't worry, this isn't like big, long, flowery, confusing poetry. This is like the simplest poetry you can get. This is like almost haiku quality of poems that I want us to play around with. And what we're going to do first is we got to take a look at my main man, William Carlos Williams. WCW, the man with two first names. He is a phenomenal American poet, but he actually wasn't known for his poetry until much later in his life. I think because he was writing so differently than most other people. He was actually a doctor by trade, and you can totally see his style of poetry in the way that a doctor might diagnose a problem or see a problem and then just very directly say, boom, there's the problem. Here's what we're going to do about it. William Carlos Williams sees something in life, sees an emotion or an element or an event, and he just says, boom, there it is. As few words as possible. One of my favorite English and poetry professors in college described him as writing with word economy. And I think the best way that I can really show you and describe you his poetry style is just to read a poem to you. So this is called the Red Wheelbarrow. Look at this thing. 8 lines. 16 words is all, and this is like one of the greatest American poems that I've ever come across. So it's called the Red Wheelbarrow. So much depends upon a red wheelbarrow glazed with rainwater beside the white chickens. That's it. That's amazing poetry. And it's amazing because it's so simple, but I can still be placed in the room, in the scenario where this is happening, because I can totally picture someone waking up in the morning, grabbing their coffee, going out to the window and thinking, huh, rained yesterday. Cool. And that's it. Just someone like waking up and surveying what's going on in their yard. There happens to be chickens in a wheelbarrow. I'll show you another one. This is great because it's probably the first instance of someone ever writing a poem about this idea of sorry, not sorry. This is called This Is Just to Say. This is just to say I've eaten the plums that were in the icebox, and which you were probably saving for breakfast. Forgive me. They were so delicious, so sweet, and so cold. This is an apology poem where the writer doesn't actually sound like he's sorry. You can just imagine, someone writing this on a napkin and leaving it for their wife or something like that. Hey, sorry, I ate your ice cream. My bad. It was delicious. Boom. Tacking that up before they run out the door, before you get caught. Because we've all been there. We've all had this happen to us where mom or dad or brother or cousin has eaten that last piece of pizza that we were saving. Or maybe we, snuck the last candy bar out of a package or something like that. And where we felt bad because maybe we were taking it, but also it was worth it because it was so good. And so that's what I really like about his poems, is that they're just simple, they're straightforward, they convey exactly what he wants them to convey. And to sort of explore these really simple poems, I'm going to have us emulate this great American poet. You're going to try to write some poems in the style of William Carlos Williams. You're going to write 2 poems for me, but the nice thing is they're really short, right? You're going to write me one poem that's only 8 lines long, total, I think, 20 words. Then you're going to write me another poem that's 12 lines long, and the catch is that no line can be longer than 4 words. And that's pretty tough. That's tricky to figure out how you're going to convey something in that short of word count. But I got faith in you. So the substitute teacher is going to pass out a little handout. I want you to read through it. I want you to check out my example poems and reread William Carlos Williams' great poems. And then using the prompts that I've given you, the topics that I've given you, you're going to try to write some poems yourself. And if you write more than 2, if you write 4 poems, awesome. If you write 6 poems, awesome. They're pretty quick. You should tear through them. And hopefully by the end of the class period, we can have a little fun and we can share some of these poems with the rest of the class, because I hope that we're coming up with good stuff. So, good luck the rest of this B-Day, and enjoy.